Yes, guys, this is rFactor, the good old rFactor. Zandvoort Formula 1 1958. I like this mod. Well, now the the title, the opening shows Assetto Corsa, but yes, that's what I was talking about. While these images show the names of my opponents in this short race. This is a really beautiful mod. I like it a lot. You can find a link in the description, together with the links to the track. Actually, this track was not 1958; it was 1967. You can notice it by the clothes of the crowd and from the curbs that, also from the ads. That was not there in 1958, but the track was really the same, so fine for me. I like this circuit. It's full of climbs and descents and turns of all different radiuses. In the beginning I found it hard to drive, but now that I know it, it feels like dancing. Moreover, with these nice old cars with low grip, it is even more true. Front engine and rear wheel drive are a perfect recipe for really dancing. Yes, I must admit that the old rFactor, apart the almost primitive graphics. Wait a minute, Mr. Moss, Sir Stirling Moss on the Cooper, had a contact with Paco Gaudia with the Maserati, but looks like, well, the big toothpaste tube is chasing me. That could not be tart in the slipstream. Well, the contact didn't seem to be harmful. Yeah, the Cooper here is the only one with a rear engine. It was probably the first successful rear engine Formula 1 car in history, because there were others before, but this one was the one that changed things from then on. Okay, this mod, apart some simplifications with the graphics, such as holes, openings, sometimes replaced by black surfaces. But it's convincing if you look at pictures of those cars. You can see they are the right one. Textures are not bad at all. Always remember that we're not talking about a photorealistic simulator. It's a bit old, you know. And while I'm changing position multiple times with these other AI racers, with a nice slide in this corner. Two words about the Van Wall car I'm driving here. You see it's really cumbersome compared to the others. Its engine was made by 4 vertical Norton motorcycle engines joined together. That's what Mr. Tony van der Velde managed to put together when he decided that he had to take revenge on Mr. Enzo Ferrari, because Tony van der Velde produced bushings for cars. Ferrari bought bushings from him, but one day he discovered that many other manufacturers purchased the same bushings from Tony van der Velde. So, as a prank, he decided that when they had booked a meeting, it was good to leave him waiting in a waiting room for several hours while he was just going hunting in the woods. Well, it was not liked, and I understand Mr. van der Velde. So he founded the Van Wall. He got Colin Chapman, yes, the one who founded the Lotus brand, as help for setting up the frame, the suspensions, the mechanic part of the car, and excellent aerodynamicist. I hope I can call this engineer this way. So despite the really big dimensions, in this replay you see Paco Godia touching the grass, and I can catch his position and go for the podium. Okay. The outcome was that this car, despite its dimensions, was extremely fast. Not as powerful as the Ferrari, but they managed to win the first Constructor Championship ever in 1958, while in the same year Ferrari pilot won the Pilots Championship. So, nice revenge. Well, now in front of me there are nice BRM, which stands for British Racing Motors, and a Ferrari. So my target, my aim is directly to Ferrari as a revenge, like I mentioned before. I love these cars, I love this mod, and one thing to say is that after playing with Assetto Corsa for several hours, and finding that I can't say deeply better physics, just slightly more detailed physics, but the big difference is in the force feedback. The force feedback on the steering wheel of Assetto Corsa is much more, let me say, talkative. Oh yes, now in the slipstream of the Ferrari I've got disc brakes compared to their drum brakes. I've got an aerodynamic fast car, so I can aim for victory now. Okay, speaking about the Van Wall again. Disc brakes, oh no, sorry, I was talking about the force feedback. Yes, here in rFactor is much more limited, but once you play with more detailed other simulators like the mentioned Assetto Corsa, when you get back here on rFactor, it's like you can feel much more things that you can actually pick up from the steering wheel, from the force feedback. So you find yourself as a better driver, and you have more fun as well, even though, of course, graphics are much more primitive and, as I mentioned, no photorealism at all. But it's not bad, it doesn't look bad. So, I caught the first position, I just have to keep it, but I know that Ferrari has a powerful engine, and I must be careful because drifting too much tends to overheat and make very slippery these very old and wooden-like tires. Last turns of the last lap, the Ferrari is gonna catch my slipstream. I'm sliding too much, I made a little mistake on the last corner. Ferrari is surely getting in my slipstream. I've got the arrival at the finish line in front of me. Here's the Ferrari in my slipstream, but I guess that with the fast Van Wall, victory is mine. Yes! AIs are set to 90%. Now we'll see the other opponents crossing the finish line. Yes, there was even a cover-wheeled Porsche 1917. What a better way to celebrate victory with a nice four-wheel slide with a straight steering. And let's head back to the boxes, to the pit lane. Okay, people, I hope you could grasp the beauty of this mode, despite rFactor feels old, looks old. If you want to join, just have a look in the servers on rFactor. From when I race, I used to race there because I can race with against AIs only, even online. Yes, you can see how the dressing of the people are definitely are not from 1958 as well as advertising. Yes, heading for the end of the video. What else to say? Nothing, just look at this nice drift. Absolutely not fit for going fast, but to look good. See you